cocky, personable lad is Darren. And he is riding an immaculate race, absolutely on the hairline, which separates getting round the corners as fast as possible and flying off the circuit, and he's just staying the right side of it. Roger Hurst there in second place on the 750 Kawasaki. Brian Morrison behind him in third position. In fourth place it is Mark Phillips. In fifth position it is Mark Farmer, and in sixth place it is James Whittam on the Suzuki. There is Mark Phillips. He's charging now. Now, Morrison is starting to catch the second place man, Roger Hurst. There is the proof. Morrison has wound things up, and he is through into second place. Brian Morrison, number 43 there, who is riding the 750cc RC30 Honda, this sensational machine which was introduced this year and won the first round of the Superstock race at in Mondello. And here comes Morrison. Roger Marshall, by the way, I know a lot of you are interested in as a multiple British champion, that you saw go off the circuit, is going well, but way down in 17th position. Dixon comes through. 54.06 seconds. That is 1.7 seconds inside, faster than the previous lap record held by Wayne Gardner on the Moriwaki a long, long time ago in Wayne Gardner's distinguished career. But now Brian Morrison on lap 13 out of 18, having got up into second position. There he is, Brian Morrison, number 43 on the 750 Honda, ahead of Roger Hurst, is trying to close the gap between himself and number 36 there, and he is succeeding. 54.06 seconds was the new lap record by the race leader, Darren Dixon. There's Morrison. Looks peculiar, doesn't it, to see that rear wheel apparently unsupported on, well, it is unsupported on one side. Over the line again, and we are now into lap 14. 18 lap race, and Dixon nearly had a real tank slapper there. He just caught it in time, fought the bike upright. There he is, number 36, Darren Dixon. He made his name after sidecar racing with a lot of 250 successes. He's a motorcycle mechanic in his father's business at Folkestone. And oh, you see the bike getting out of shape there, but he caught it beautifully, and away he goes. Keith Ewan, who you saw talking to me earlier on, who was not terribly happy with his bike, to be quite honest, after practice, is down in 13th place. He has had an absolutely disastrous season, and things don't seem to be getting very much better for him this year. But there's Dixon. Now the gap between Dixon and Morrison is now down to 1 second only. There he is. There is Brian Morrison, number 43, British production champion of 1987, 3-time Scottish champion in 1986. He comes from Kirkcaldy. He's going for it. Now there's Phil Mellor. Now we're riding with Phil Mellor, who, as I told you earlier on, is down. He's now in 11th position. And this gives you an indication of how the riders heel the bike over. Watch the horizon change. Whoops. Now we're going down the straight at some 130 miles an hour. Down into the right-hander at Martin's hairpin. Watch the level get lower. Heel it over. Second gear. This is about 60 miles an hour. And meantime, on lap 16, things are continuing to go well at the front, as into the left-hander at John's corner goes our Suzuki, with Phil Mellor at the controls. Now down the finishing line. And we are on lap 16. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. There is the battle for the lead. That is the leader. That is Darren Dixon on the RG 500cc 4-cylinder Suzuki, producing approximately 130 horsepower, with chasing him Brian Morrison, number 43, there he is, and the gap, I think, has extended. Morrison on the 750cc machine. Now, the gap as they go across the line is... Yep, it's over 2 seconds now. Darren Dixon has dealt with the midfield and tail-end men that he is lapping. Apparently better. He's coming up now to lap Mark Linscott. And there is Brian Morrison in second place. This is lap 17, just one lap to go at the end of this one, in this round one of the British TT Formula One Championship. At least 1,000 of these bikes have to have been sold. It's pump fuel, they're allowed to change the exhaust, they're allowed to remove things like the electrical system, which this bike, the RG Suzuki, never had, of course, because it's a Grand Prix bike. But I don't want you to think that it has got a colossal advantage over the others, because it hasn't. It's 250cc smaller, for instance. 54.10. The leader now that you are looking at, Darren Dixon, who took the lead on the 9th lap in this 18-lap race, is on his last lap. And it looks as though Morrison, short of Dixon, striking trouble in the closing stages of this race as they exit the chicane, come down Pickford Straight towards Martin's Hairpin for the 18th and last time. I think Morrison is going to have to settle for second place, which is nothing to be ashamed of after the race that he has ridden. He was third for the first 3 laps, then he went down to second for the first 3 laps, then he went down to third position, then he fought his way back. But Darren Dixon from Folkestone is the man of the meeting as far as this race is concerned. He wheelies across the line, as does Morrison, and Darren Dixon wins by 1.9 seconds from Brian Morrison on the Honda, with Darren Dixon, of course, riding the RG Suzuki. In third position, Mark Phillips on the 750cc Bimota Yamaha.